The songs you love from his Grammy Award-winning career. October 21st through 26th at Des Moines Civic Center. On sale at dmpa.org.
Chris Williams, Brent Blum. From the Northwest Bank Studios, it's Williams and Blum, presented by Mechdyne on the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network.
What is up? Welcome to the program. Welcome to Williams and Blum. We are in the Northwest Bank Studios. We are presented by Mechdyne. It's a little chilly out. I wore my Mechdyne stocking cap today.
You like that?
It feels good. I'm so glad that we're out of this, can't decide if it's fall or summer.
What's Saturday look like?
Lovely.
Does it? Like 50s? Aiden? Can we get the yields on the weather?
I reckon it's going to be 60 and sunny.
60 and sunny? How much wind?
I don't know. We got Kyle Canardi back. It don't matter.
Well, we do. On PKs. Not on kickoffs. Allegedly.
Oh, okay.
So that could still be a...
Well, we got that
situation.
300-pound kid. Be booting him into the end zone.
You could still see Carson Rhodes on kickoffs. We'll see.
Be booting him into the end zone. We are presented by Mechdyne as always. Yeah, we got an update.
High of 55, low of 45.
Give me the wind, though.
55 is the high, huh?
Give me the Dan McCarney wind. A windy one.
What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
Well,
oh, wait, you told us you're SpongeBob.
Squidward.
Are you going to be back for the big trick-or-treat night?
Yeah, I don't. That's the Bloom fam's trying to figure that out because it's a 2:30 kick.
Williams family just isn't going to the game.
See, we are.
Oh, yeah.
So we might miss the... Yeah, we're kind of hosed. What's the wind there, Aiden?
Wind gusts of 17 miles an hour.
Oof.
But it average should be about...
They got a good kicker over at Brigham Young University.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, they got a nice kicker. Yeah. Well, it's good to have Canardi back in
it is.
Some capacity.
That is... Yeah, the kickoffs are still a question mark.
Well, Iowa State's going to be doing a lot of them because Cyclones are going to score a lot of touchdowns.
Let's go. Let's figure it out. Speaking of wind, it might be a little extra windy on Saturday.
Is McCarney coming to town?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Iowa State's undefeated with that guy in the house over the last 5 years.
I don't know how you lose with
I don't
Danny
think
Mac.
you can. Don't think you can.
We are in the Northwest Bank Studios. I just want to give a shout out. Look at that. The Cyclone Fanatic boombox.
I know it's only 9 in the morning, but that is sexy.
We referenced this on Sunday's pod that we have these for sale. Now, the ones we have for sale are Iowa State themed. They're not the Cyclone Fanatic one is custom.
Okay.
Well, and what you would be getting is custom as well. But tell me that thing wouldn't be the best holiday gift for somebody.
That's not just a visual, right? Like that thing.
Oh, no,
it's Bluetooth.
bumps.
It's a Bluetooth.
But Bluetooth, it comes with a microphone. You can use it as like a karaoke machine.
Look at that thing.
It's so powerful. We use it when we do remote broadcasts for Iowa Everywhere.
What are we pricing this thing at?
I think it's at so if you would buy one of these like on the market, it's like $600. I think we have ours priced at $500. So that's a really good deal.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. Honestly, we want to. These are the only ones that exist that are licensed by Iowa State. So I think we have like 100 of them. Hopefully we can get rid of them.
You'd be a monster at your tailgate if you pulled up with one of those.
Well, that's what they're amazing for, honestly. Like, because, the Festival of Meats is coming up, the Fairway Festival of Meats, and I'll be bumping mine like crazy.
Our group normally does an Oktoberfest type situation, including all of the paraphernalia that goes with Oktoberfest. And Big Bill.
Yeah, Wild Bill.
Wild Bill. Big Bill spent 10 years in Germany. He's an Iowa State engineer, and he can speak fluent German. And so he'll get on that microphone.
I'll be damned. I didn't know that he...
Oh, yeah.
He...
Big Bill. Shout out to Big Bill out there in...
he makes the syrup.
He does make Brockman Timber syrup. gets you some. That is a non-sponsored. But anyway, if we gave him a microphone on one of these things, that German would be wunderbar.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to talk Iowa State, BYU.
Get my mic situated.
We're going to touch probably on basketball. I doubt we spent a lot of time on basketball today. We have our Whiffles Hybrids Big 12 segment coming up. We'll check in on the Wyatt and Sons Farms yield report from the eastern side of the state. All that coming up. We will also take some questions from our Patreon subscribers, which we're going to do every Wednesday on the show from now until eternity. I heard from a couple of my guys in Vegas. This is God's honest truth. A couple of my odds maker friends.
Okay.
And it's so funny because they come to me and they're like, "Oh, well, what are you feeling?"
Is that is that inside information here, Vegas?
I don't have. I can
nothing.
promise you, they're not telling me anything about the injuries.
Right.
They didn't care. It was Murray and Yeomans at Wiesen, and they're both all over Iowa State. They're like, this is the spot. This is, again, this is just a gambling take.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll break down.
Yeah, we'll get to the game.
I'm just passing along what my friends in the desert are saying. In the last two games, I came on here on Wednesday and I said everybody's going to bet against Iowa State in these, and they would have been right. For what it's worth, they are all heavy on Iowa State Saturday with BYU coming to town. I'll tell you why if you're not experienced in this area. BYU had a tough road win at Arizona. Mm-hmm. Overtime, right? I think it went to overtime.
Yeah. Almost lost it.
Come back, Holy War, which they win to their credit. But that's the biggest. So this would be like the week after playing Iowa, and you got to go to Arkansas State, right? And we're all just like, feel like you're going to win, but this is letdown city. Well, I mean, Ames isn't exactly Jonesboro. This is a good football team that BYU's got to play, who is also coming off of a bye week.
Totally.
So from a pure
spot,
this is as good as it could be for Iowa State.
Interesting. Look this up.
Glad that BYU won, too, by the way.
Absolutely. And then they got Tech next, correct?
Yes, they have a bye week.
They got a bye week in there. But
yes.
We saw with Iowa State, when you get in those stretches of 3 games in 3 weeks, it wears on you. 4 games in 4 weeks. And, I don't know BYU's injury situation that will come out tonight, but Iowa State is getting back healthier. So it's not only Conrarty. Cummings-Coleman should be available on Saturday, which is great. And Dom's going to play, it sounds like, although,
that felt like Campbell lip service to me.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a concern.
Kind of freaked everybody out on the internet.
I wouldn't be too worried about it.
If Dom Orange isn't playing, that's worth 3 points.
Yeah,
honestly. If Dom Orange isn't playing, the wrong team is favored.
I agree with that. Let's keep an eye on that one. Again, I don't know much, but obviously keep an eye on it.
I don't know. That feels to me, this is how I read into what Campbell was saying. And he's not lying. I'm sure
literally Dom only played 12 snaps against Colorado. He's dealing with a little.
I guarantee you, he's not practicing.
Yeah,
but that does there's certain guys where you're just better off just not practicing them and just letting them be fresh. And Dom will be one of those guys. Aiden, real quick, Jake was supposed to have put a couple of clips in the system for us. About physicality in this football game. So I didn't want to surprise you. We'll get to those here momentarily.
While he does that, I need to go back in the Wayback Machine, but I believe this is a fact. This is the only time Iowa State's been favored against a top 11 team ever.
No shit.
Yeah. Think about it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
This isn't a gambling podcast.
No,
but what I like to use, people are, why are you so obsessed with lines and stuff? Well, you use it because it gives you an insight into the game that's just data driven, and that's all.
That's all it is.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You should do this if you're into the sports betting thing. Every week, you look for unranked teams that are favorites over ranked teams, especially at home. And it doesn't matter what you think about the game. If you just blindly bet it, you're going to win more often than you lose. That doesn't guarantee Iowa State will win on Saturday, but there's a reason why the unranked team on a 2-game losing streak is a 2-point favorite. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, and I think it shows to me two things. That Iowa State still has, if Iowa State was bad, this would not be the case.
Correct.
But also, I just think it shows the evenness of the Big 12. I mean, you put anybody on the road in this league against that is in the top 8.
Great point,
It's
Brett.
gonna be a field goal. Other than Tech, Tech's about the only team right now that's getting any type of extra respect. But any of those top 8, 9, look at the games this weekend. It's almost all within 6 points. The Big 12 is basically the NFL.
West Virginia and Oklahoma State.
Yeah, put them. They're done.
Yeah.
Put them out of there. But what we're seeing in the Big 12, I think more than any other conference, so the other conferences are following suit as well, is college football is getting so much more like the NFL, where it's like week to week with this stuff,
which makes it fun.
It does.
It's also it's fun to watch fan reactions. I'm not talking about our fans, but just on a week to week basis.
Yes.
Like it used to be like you'd lose your mind if you lost one game because season's over. Well, not really.
Not really anymore.
Yeah, especially when they grow the playoff again.
And that's where I wonder. I think the coaching fire everybody hasn't caught up with the actual this college football is now, which is people are going to lose games.
Mm-hmm.
This is not 92 where people just run roughshod over everybody like Nebraska and Florida State used to do. Like, look at the top 10 right now. Do you imagine if you go back to us at Welch Avenue Station, or what was that bar up at Legends and
Legends.
Legends up there on the 7th
God,
floor.
I loved Legends.
That was a great spot.
Oh my God, that was just taking us back to a great time.
Great time. If you would go,
we were nerds. Why would you go to Legends on a Thursday night? Like, there's all sorts of good stuff going on, and we're up there with like all the old people.
Well, look at us.
I mean,
now.
come on.
What do you
We're like
expect?
betting on the Mavericks game. Like,
So, but go look. If you were to go back to the Wayback Machine and show us the top 10 right now, let's take a step back real quick. Let's Gary Patterson.
take a look at your life.
Think about this top 10 right now, everybody.
Hug your children.
We have-
Kiss your wife.
We have here's in the top 10: Indiana, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt's all in the top 10. Can you imagine?
I'm just thinking of Jim Carrey. Our pets' heads are falling off.
What is going on in this? But I think Vegas is caught up. These spreads are a lot more even across the board now, even in the SEC, and other than the really bad teams. But I think the fire everybody crowd hasn't caught up with that yet. And so when you lose a couple games, people lose their minds.
Speaking of that crowd, I did what was supposed to be a 15-minute monologue for my CW pod on Iowa Everywhere, and it ended up going 33 on buyouts. And
I enjoyed that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Was I factually?
You were.
Okay.
Yeah.
My hot take today is that chances are the chances are the Signetti contract with the $100 million buyout will not be looked at favorably long term.
Zero chance. I
Unless they go off and win like a national
he
championship.
has to do that at this point.
Because they could, really, like, they could lose at Penn State. Like, it's not insane to think that Penn State team could just, and if that happens, like in the fact a week or two, but before they wanted Oregon, the knock on Indiana was like, oh yeah, they're really good, but they haven't beaten anybody. They get one win. You get a guy to a $100 million buyout that is literally like you are locked into that guy until he says he's not going to be. Like that will probably not be a favorable contract long term. It's
no
like
chance.
signing Albert Pujols to that backloaded deal that the Angels did. Like you can't win with
There's
it.
zero, and it ended up killing the Angels for years down the road. Now, it was a feel good for the Indiana at that time.
Well, yeah, at the time that they signed Pujols,
That probably,
this is great.
I remember
the Cardinals fans were pissed.
Yeah, that was me. But actually, it turned out okay. Now, the interesting part, you're right. So he's 64. So I think this is where emotions get way too in the way of college football, including administrators right now. And this is why we're in this problem, is emotions rule. And listen, we're not immune to it. When Iowa State signs Campbell to extension, it was like, oh, great work, yeah.
Yeah, but he ain't having a $100 million buyout either.
No,
you have
you're
a
right.
CPA who's your athletic director, and that
Absolutely.
drives some people crazy, but he's pretty good with his money.
But the Indiana thing is let's say they do have a couple average seasons. By the way, that James Madison crew that he brought in is going to cycle out next year. I haven't even looked at their recruiting, but can he keep this up? I don't know.
But all I'm saying is chances are he won't.
Won't. No, exactly.
They could be a really good program for the next 10 years, but is it worth that?
If you're paying the guy $12 million, is that worth it?
Well, to your point, we're sitting around at Legends in 2005, okay? And I say to you, hey, Iowa State's a year off of going 10-2, went to 11-2, beat Miami in a bowl game. Okay, yes. They just played for 2 Big 12 championships in 4 years, and you're 5-2 the year after. We're like, oh
my gosh,
hell yeah,
let's figure it out. I would have been so. Oh my gosh, that's a great point.
So again, we're just say what you want, like the Mauser situation. After the Colorado game, my entire Twitter feed is people harassing me because I think Taylor Mauser is a really good offensive coordinator. I still do. I did after the Iowa game. I still do now. You can't crown a guy and then 2 weeks later, oh, he's an effing idiot. That's just not how this works. Did he have a bad game? Probably. Right? That happens. Was Mauser as bad if Rocco didn't play maybe the worst game in his career? Maybe not. I don't know. It's all to be debated.
Yeah, I'm excited. Right? I'm excited for those two in particular on Saturday. Those are prideful guys, and they're ready to go.
I'm ready to watch that, and I am a little bit. Well, I want to get to these quotes on the defense.
Yes.
My concern. I think everybody's concern going into this. It's so weird because I was explaining this to Murray and Yeomans yesterday. Because we were just talking about I love talking to these guys because they just they don't give a crap. They don't care about Iowa State. Yeah. They look at the game in a totally different way. It's why I like to talk to odds makers. Because they make me think about things. And they're just looking at it hey, this is an offense that has consistently moved the football. That's how they see it. And Iowa State has. They have moved. So I think the offense bounces back in a way that gives you a chance to win. The problem in this game is going to be up front defensively, potentially, and up front offensively. So Matt Campbell talked about this. I thought it was a really good quote yesterday in his press conference about just the overall physicality he expects to see in this football game.
I think the biggest thing is just the physicality across the board from all 11 players. It starts with the toughness of their quarterback. I love their running back, tough, physical football player. And then, man, you look at those 5 offensive linemen, man, those guys are really talented players, guys that played a lot of football. So I think when you start with this BYU team, you talk about physicality and their ability to run the football, and then on top of that, they've got playmakers on the perimeter. You see it in their special teams game. You see it offensively. All those guys are doing great things in all phases of the game. So they're a complete offense and can really attack you in all facets of it.
I think the offensive line is where it starts. That group is playing well together. They do a great job up front. Pass protections, run blocking, all the schematical stuff that everybody throws at them. That's where it starts to me. And then great skilled position players. The quarterback's playing well. Runs the football. It's 11-man football. Across the field and vertically and horizontally. Obviously, the wideouts and tight end and tailbacks, and they've got all the pieces. So they're playing really well. Got a lot of juice. They play with a lot of energy, and it's very evident on videotape.
There you go, John Haycock and Matt Campbell. So, full disclosure, as confident as I am in the offense, I really have been disappointed in the defensive line this year. I don't think they've been horrible. It's just you haven't seen the steps from an Ezeagu. Man, he looked great against Kansas State. That was what was weird. Now I do see some guys coming. I think this Jace Gilbert could be a pretty good player. I don't think that they all suck. It's not what I'm saying. I think that you just haven't seen the steps to go from probably below average to good. They've just kind of stayed there, and you can win with that group. I thought Hawk did some good things against Colorado, so that was encouraging. I guess where I'm going with this is to me, this next that's the group I just want to see. And same with the linebackers too. Like they've had injuries still, and like it's weird. I think Ebel's been really good. I think he's had a great season.
I agree with that.
I think Caleb Bacon is probably getting better every game. I felt like he was really good at the beginning of the year, kind of maybe leveled off. I think he's bouncing back. But the defensive front seven, like I'm more worried about that group than I am even the corners, and that's a really weird thing to say.
You're not wrong. It's especially in this game. It's interesting looking at the numbers for BYU and what Haycock just said, and he's obviously knows what he's talking about. It's all 11 guys running the ball, meaning Bachmeier is basically a running back. I mean, the guy has carried the ball 82 times this year, which is a lot in 7 games for a true freshman. I mean, he's run it, just to give you numbers here, he's run it 82 times, he's thrown it 160 times. I mean, he runs it half as much. That's a lot. That is a lot. And then their leading receiver, C-Dub, who's really good, is Chase Roberts and Kingston. With each about 20 catches. So they're not throwing it outside a lot. Those guys are good, though. And if Kingston's this little scat back type, he's an issue because they're going to get him stuff on the edges all the time, and it keeps your defense spread out enough to keep you honest. And that way, when Bachmeier and Martin just run it right at you, there's more gaps there. But I agree. That defensive line, this is their game. I mean, this is Eli Rashid. Like, guys, we're bringing it. We need you because you cannot win this game if that front seven doesn't play well.
Well, and they've been, like, contrary to what a lot of fans think, they've been very aggressive the last 2 games.
Yeah, and
like,
really,
as far as the scheme, like they just can't get to the quarterback. It doesn't matter how many people they bring.
And outside that first half of the Cincinnati game, which was a complete 0.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Bad. Stop the run okay, too.
Yes.
They've really stopped the run all year, except for that half.
Yeah.
Against Cincinnati. So I think Iowa State will be able to do it. Dom Orange health, obviously a status there. But the hope is, C-Dub, once you stop them and you're in those 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 3s, getting off the field. And that's my concern because when you have Bachmeier, who, as I think Campbell said, or it was one of them yesterday, said basically BYU can fall forward for 4 yards. And that's my concern in this game. They're in 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s, and it's just kind of taking the life out of you by falling forward.
I thought you made a great point on Sunday's show, and I thought about it a lot. It is like an Iowa game.
This is an Iowa game. The over-under is 48.
Yeah.
Like, that's really low for a Big 12 game.
So, and it also brings to you the possession thing.
And the field goal kicker.
Correct. I mean, that's where, like, this isn't going to be a game like Cincinnati where you have all these extra chances. And even like the Kansas game last year, like you really didn't play. You shouldn't have had a chance to win that game at the end. But there were so many possessions, it gives you opportunities to come back. When you're playing this BYU team, and I'm guessing the way Kalani Sitake coaches, they're going to want to suck the life out of this.
No doubt.
Like they want 7-minute drives.
Yep. And they're a lot like, I mean, so we talk about the luck factor in college football. You know, BYU is first in the Big 12, undefeated, clearly. 3-0 in one-possession games in the Big 12. You know, we're playing a lot of these tight ones. They've won them all. A lot like Iowa State did last year.
Yes.
This year, Iowa State, not as much. So you wonder, is that a luck thing? Is that a grit thing, or can that flip?
Not having a kicker matters.
It
man.
does, and
that really mattered in the last 2 games.
Having Conradi back is a huge,
and hopefully
he's
himself, right? Like that's another concern for me. It's just like I don't think they'd throw him out there if he wasn't. So, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Like, are they going to put him out there to kick a 55-yarder? It would be I don't know.
And then that's where I worry about too. And I know we kind of joked about it, but the kickoff situation is a big negative for Iowa State right now. Everybody else is getting the ball through the end zone. Everyone's starting at the 25-yard line. Look at the starting field position off Iowa State kickoffs over the last 3 weeks. It's like the 35 or 40.
That's really bad.
That's not doing it. And when you give BYU an extra 10 yards to continue to grind on you, that's not helpful. So I think, obviously I'm keeping an eye on the wind a little bit as well for that reason. But I anticipate, C-Dub, this thing we're looking at 24-21, 27-24.
I would agree.
Like, we're going right down to the wire, and that's why you hope special teams are there. And then I'll say it again, Iowa State needs to force a couple turnovers. Just hasn't in the last couple weeks. And it's time. It's time. So I was talking to my good friend John Walters yesterday.
Godfather.
Yep. Walter's full of the insight. He says, Bloomy, you want to know something? I was like, always, John. 0 special teams or defensive touchdowns yet this year for Iowa State. Do you know who's going to be in the house on Saturday as well, along with Dan McCarney? A.J. Klein. You know what A.J. Klein did? 4 defensive touchdowns. I'm calling one.
And he's number 47.
He is.
Bachmeier is 47.
Oh. Bear. Beware.
You're screwed, Bear.
Bear. 40. The real
Our 47's coming at you.
AK-47.
I just seen on the Instagram, I think AJ just got married.
AJ has kids.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But I think they just got married, though. Like,
Oh.
I think that I don't
Okay. Good. Well, congrats.
it was on his Instagram.
It was actually really cool. So
I love AJ, man.
AJ's great. So actually, one of the neat things Iowa State does, Pollard calls all of them when they get to the Hall of Fame. The call with AJ, look it up. He completely breaks down in tears. And it really gives you appreciation for how much it means for those guys to
I have
be
a
legends.
fun memory of AJ. He was literally moving into Iowa State, and I met him and his family at Walmart. I'm just there doing like shopping.
Were you? Because you would have been living in Ames at the time, right?
I was living. My wife and I were.
Because she was still in vet school.
Yeah, we had an apartment there, and I don't know what I was there for. And AJ's dad, who late father, who's since passed away, was a great guy. And I remember he recognized me, and we just chatted.
Yeah.
And like that, AJ was just like shopping for his dorm room or whatever. And
Pre-NIL days.
Yeah. And
Gotta
now
go to Walmart.
And now look at him.
Yeah.
Like he one of the all-time greats. Had a phenomenal NFL career.
He
Really
did.
cool.
I mean, he literally played until last year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that guy to be back. I just think the atmosphere on Saturday is going to be great. We need to put McCarney on the field at some point. We're going to have AJ. I think certain running back for the Lions is supposed to be there as well.
Really?
Yeah. Can we sneak Montgomery goal line situation? Let's throw a Dylan Lee jersey on David.
Oh, man.
Let's get a Chuck Bruce jersey. Chuck Bruce into the game for Iowa State.
That's so great. For those who don't know, look it up on the internet.
Aiden, can you find the Chuck Bruce meme?
Yeah.
For me.
All right. We want to thank some of our great sponsors who make everything we do possible. One of them is our friends over at the Iowa Clinic Men's Center. They've been one of our sponsors literally since the inception of Cyclone Fanatic. They've supported us up and down. They are the best.
I have my annual physical a couple weeks.
Oh, in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Oh, best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got to get mine done too. I always do it in the middle of football season.
I'm Mike Gundy. I'm a man. I'm over 40 now. I'm going to the doctor.
Pro tip: don't do your annual physical right after the holidays.
That's why I'm getting it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a bad. Like
Yeah.
I've done it all. That's a bad break.
And generally not good to do it after a game tailgate weekend
After a bender.
either. Yeah. That's probably not encouraged.
I want to thank our friends over at the Iowa State University Foundation. Go to movewhatmatters.com as always.
We've
to
got,
support Iowa State today. We
got something really cool working for the basketball season with them.
really care to indulge or
You won't see it Sunday, but you'll see it at some point in the regular season, and it involves the flag guy.
nice. I love the flag guy.
I'm pretty pumped up about this.
I like all passionate humans with guy at the end of their name.
Yeah,
Flag guy,
flag guy.
helmet guy.
Yeah, it directly lines up with our world, with the foundation and their great work. So excited for
Awesome.
it. You'll hear more, but you will see it. You will literally
cool.
see it here in a couple weeks.
Also, our friends over at Gravitate Co-working. You check them out at gravitatecoworking.com. Get out of your stuffy old home office. You can actually interact with humans. Something we used to do all the time. You can do it at Gravitate Co-working. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to get your will done. This is a good thing, end of year planning, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
We're already there. HopewoodJD.com.
I think Hopewood needs to do something with that Taylor Swift song. I don't know, Hope, if you're listening.
Oh, the Wood song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had an issue with the 10-year-old. That's her favorite song from the album.
It's catchy.
She claims that she just likes the beat,
It's a catchy beat.
but I'm not stupid. Like, she has Google. She knows what it's about.
Travis Kelce, Cammy. HopeWoodJD.com.
She's just growing up too fast, man.
I don't know how you do it. I'm glad I have two little dudes.
Yeah, it's quite the deal. All right, so every week on Wednesday,
Hey, look, it's Chuck Bruce.
Chuck Bruce. There you go. That was after the Marshalltown tornado, I believe.
Yeah.
Can we get that on a T-shirt? Seriously, Martz.
So I have questions here.
That picture. We just print it on a T-shirt.
I want to ask David, and I'm going to try and find him this weekend. Did he tell them that's his name, or was it a bad graphic for somebody else? Because I could see David's an interesting cat. I could see David when the news reporter, hey, what's your name?
Chuck Bruce.
My name's Chuck Bruce.
And then there's also the Brock Purdy student.
It's my favorite.
See, no, like, you know how the homage T-shirt companies will do those pictures?
Yeah.
We should do a T-shirt of that.
Chuck Bruce, do you have David Montgomery's NIL likeness?
I mean, if it's just that, like,
I guess that's a publicly...
yeah. I'll gladly give David a kickback, but I don't think he needs it.
He probably doesn't.
I just want to make cool stuff. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, Iowa State student.
All right. These are from our Patreon members. Next week, we'll do some from the premium subscribers on the message board. I don't want you guys getting all pissed off at me because I didn't give you the opportunity. Isaac is in Des Moines. He says, maybe it's been mentioned, the Northwestern scrimmage coming up on Sunday.
Noon.
And this is in your wheelhouse, Blum. Do ticket sales go to just the men's basketball program, or does it get split between different sports?
One of my series went off.
Basically, how does this work?
Yeah,
as far as the financials go, and I know the answer to this, but you can.
It doesn't go directly towards men's basketball. I mean, essentially now Iowa State, any funds raised by Iowa State goes to Iowa State. There's no longer hey, men's basketball, you get all the funds you get. And
so
football.
Then Iowa State decides how to use that money.
Exactly.
And its whole pool
it's just a
of
budget.
Everything that's going
it just
on.
goes into the budget. Now, it is helpful because you're going to have, I don't know how many people are going to be there, but all that extra money goes to the big pot, and then the pot gets split up. Do you know what else goes to the big pot? The Luke Combs concert goes to the big pot. All the extra stuff goes into the big pot, and that's what we're trying to do. Everybody, we're trying to grow that pot bigger, and that's exactly why games like this help.
And it's a way to do it without coming to you and say, "Hey," like the We Will thing was, and that's what we had to do at the time.
Yes,
but this is a way where you can go and see a scrimmage as opposed to, and you're contributing just by being there, and you kind of get something out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Iowa State does now have a We Will fund within the athletic department. So if you want your donation to go straight to the NIL fund, that is certainly encouraged, obviously. However, it all adds up into one big pot. So think about different funds within companies, and that's exactly what the case is now. So it's one big umbrella that helps.
We are doing a couple of these basketball questions, and it's worth noting that Jake Brind is in Kansas City today for Cyclone Fanatic. He is Basketball Media Day.
The women had their media day yesterday.
They did.
Audie Crooks stole the show. She was playing the piano.
Yeah, showstopper. Audie Crooks.
By the way, I did get a little insight. We should mention this. The women did have a scrimmage. It was not public, but played, I believe, Missouri Valley School. I think it was Illinois State, won by 30.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
How did Williams look?
Good. I think the final was 90-60.
I think she's going to.
I think it was 90-60.
I think she's going to be really good.
I'm excited for her. I'm excited for you, the fan, to watch her play.
Yeah. She's got it.
Absolutely.
That
three is going to be dynamic. Get your women's basketball tickets.
Well, and then you got a player like Jackson, right, who's been so integral to success.
Yeah.
And then, she's now, the pressure's off her. She'll be better.
Oh, yeah.
Getting Jada just changes a lot back
And then
there.
even the transfer that I'm going to talk about, Evangelina Polk, who's a great young person, is going to be a factor.
And then Hare, we didn't really even see her
Hare
last
as
year.
well. Yeah. Big Kenzie Hare fan.
Sam is in Omaha. We'll stay on a couple of these basketball questions. I'm just going to kind of do the first one here because we've discussed the back end of Sam's question on other podcasts. But what is a realistic ceiling for men's basketball this year? Sam, I learned a long time ago that answering questions like this are really a bad idea. Because I don't know. The ceiling is to go to the Final Four.
I'd say that's a fair ceiling.
That's a realistic ceiling.
That's
for
not
this
the
team.
expectation.
Now, yeah, do I think that will happen? Probably not. But did George Mason think that they would in 2007 or whatever? No. But like, if somebody would have put a ceiling on them, they would have been very foolish that year. So I think this team has, give me Lipsy, Jefferson, and Momcilovic. You can beat anybody in the country on a given night.
Was up there this weekend for a function, and Taman's rehab's going well.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, again, you're right. It's a dangerous thing to say because then you clip it and say, hey, these guys said it's going to Final Four. They lost in the second round. This team has all the pieces. It does. Now, we talked about it Sunday. I'm ignoring the end result of that Creighton game. I really am. I'm just not too concerned about it.
Well, nonetheless, I've learned over the years that that's just a foolish thing to do when you put caps on it, because I don't know. Like, and then, last year's team was the second-ranked team in the country.
Yeah.
And you have an injury, and like, what was the ceiling of that team? Like, probably a national championship. Now, clearly they didn't realize that. But at the same time, I'm not going to do that on October 22nd with this team.
Good question. It's a fair question. I mean,
yeah. And
I think that's the hard part for fans is what's the ceiling versus what's the end goal. And like, listen, the NCAA tournament is a complete crapshoot in a lot of ways.
Yes.
So you just don't really know.
All right, Gladys is in New Sharon. Well, that's what it says. Actually, it's Nick from West Des Moines. He says that he also saw Johnny Orr's naked butt with you around 1992. What a weird Patreon question.
Nick. I know Nick.
Okay. Well, Nick's a weird dude.
Nick's a good dude.
What newcomer will be the leading scorer for basketball this season? It's Bateman, right? Or wait, I mean, that's the freshman.
Ooh, newcomer. See, that throws a little...
I guess it would be any new player.
Any new player. I still think Bateman's a safe bet.
Would it be Buchanan?
Yeah.
Luch says it might be Buchanan.
Yeah, Buchanan's going to be...
But like, he's more of a defensive guy, I thought.
Yeah, but he's going to dunk it 5 times a game.
Okay.
So there's 10. I think I'll put Buchanan, I agree. Jason's smart. I'm going to go Buchanan with the little edge there.
Okay. All right, so like plus 200.
And then honestly, Dom Nelson is going to transition his way to 8 points a game. The guy is relentless in transition. He's really good. Now, not much of a shooter yet, but he's going to cause some disruption.
How does he compare to how Keyshawn was in transition? Keyshawn in transition always made me very happy.
Very, very good comp there. Yeah, very.
Thank you.
They're actually similar players. Keyshawn was a little bit, more filled out and, had a little more dribble drive to him. But Nelson in transition is really good. Really good. Just needs to get a little more physical at the rim. I think that's the concern for him, where Keyshawn got, when he was healthy, his last 2 years, he was so good at taking contact at the rim and maneuvering his way to get baskets. That's my question with Nelson, is when you start playing those big fellas in the Big 12, can you finish around the rim? But he's going to get there a lot.
Yeah, and we saw Keyshawn struggle with that specifically.
He did.
His junior
and he got
year.
better.
Yeah.
And he got better.
Okay. Other Patreon questions. We've got one more for you here, and this is from...
Now I'm thinking about Johnny Orr, though.
This is from Aaron. Hypothetically, if Matt Campbell is not the head coach of Iowa State football next year, what is the outlook? How bad could it get in the current environment? Man, what a downer.
I don't want to answer that question.
Well, this is the God's honest truth. It would be bad, but you're not just going to quit.
No.
Like, you're going to hire another coach. You're not going to just stupidly hire, like, you're going to hire somebody who has connections, who you think can come in and build a roster. I think if in any scenario Matt would leave, I think you call Alex Golish, Nate Shieldhouse, and Taylor Mauser. Those are the only 3 guys you talk to, in my opinion. And you do continuity from Matt's era, the greatest era in the history of Iowa State football. I think it's a no-brainer that one of those 3 would be the guy. And you hopefully keep some players, and you kind of keep this thing rolling as much as you possibly can. Having said that, again, Matt Campbell's the best coach in the history of Iowa State University in any sport, in my opinion. To do what he has done, it would be stupid to be like, oh, you're just going to pick up like business as usual. That's not accurate either.
Yeah, number one, let's do all we can to not have that happen, obviously. Okay, preface it with that. I will say in this era, better this year than it would have been last year. Follow me.
Yes.
Because of the rev share allowed, all right, Iowa State, from the school, can still spend, again, through all the sports, it's 20, next year will be $23 million. You still have that money, and if I'm a player, that still matters. You know what I mean? So I still have money to spend to keep my guys. And I know some of these schools are going over the top with more. True, and they are. And we're behind in that. Just to be frank with everybody, we are behind in the extra NIL conversation right now. However, this isn't like last year where the collectives had a blank check to just throw, like Tech did, 50 extra million. Teams aren't doing that next year. My point is, for these guys on the roster, yes, could they leave? Sure. But in my opinion, the Iowa State guys have a better chance of maximizing the current guys, their revenue while staying at Iowa State. And you could not say that 2 years ago because some of these collectives were spending 5, 6, 7x of at Iowa State. It's not that anymore. Generally, just kind of give you guys some numbers, the biggest schools now football-wise, and again, this is all guesstimate because nobody knows exactly how teams are getting around the cap. Generally, the bigger schools are only about 2x Iowa State football budget-wise, maybe 3x at the max. 2 years ago, that was 7, 8, 9. So why do I say that? You can't just buy everybody now unless somebody else is figuring out a way to cheat the system that I'm not aware of, and I give them, so I get Iowa State has the ability to spend more in the realm of the peer institutions than it did even 3 years ago. So I guess, yes, Matt, you got to keep him because you're going to have attrition if he leaves. And he is literally Matt Campbell. It's not the collective. It's not. Matt Campbell has kept this whole thing together more than any individual. It's that guy. However, because of the nature of the ref share changes, Iowa State, in my opinion, has a better chance to compete money-wise than it did 2 years ago.
And because of Matt, it's never been a better job.
That's it. I mean, and I think...
And with the Big 12, I know that some may view it as a lesser league now. It's still a better... Iowa State is a better job because of how the Big 12 is shaped.
100%. 100%. And because of Matt, everything up there has gotten better from a facilities, from an infrastructure, from all the extra stuff. And again, are we where we would need to be competitive to win a national championship? No, we're not. We need more. There's no question. And obviously, we're trying to get more. But I think, as far as revenue share, just straight up NIL and that transfer portal, Iowa State is in the position still to keep and be really competitive with its top end guys. And that's who you're most concerned about leaving.
Do you agree with me on the continuity thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you got, based on the success, based on knowing what it takes here, based on player relationships, all of that stuff, honestly, relationships with boosters, relationship with administration, all of the above, I think it's those three.
I think that Mauser would be the favorite. I think that Shieldhouse would be number 2, and I think Golish is probably on his way to the SEC. But I don't know any of that. We'll see. Golish has a huge game on Saturday. What happens with them the rest of the way?
And I think just real quick on Nate. Nate got promoted last year. Yeah, at the Rams.
Nate's going to be an NFL head coach. He's kind of on that trajectory. So, does he even want to come back to college? I don't know.
I'm with you.
You have to call him though.
Yes, I think you're looking at that. Try in the Haycock. I don't know. I don't know if he wants to be a head coach, but certainly.
If he wants to talk, well, you got to talk to him. If he wants to do it, I figured at his age that he may be past wanting to do that. Again, I don't know. I should ask him.
I hope this conversation is pointless.
Yeah, but everybody's asking us about it.
I know.
So it's
we're just got to address the.
And then if we don't talk about it, people are, what are you hiding? I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I promise I don't know anything.
But
that would be how I would handicap it right now.
I tend to agree that would be the smart smart money
what's the
route.
point in going and getting a you know who's really going to be hurt in all these situations are like the old MAC coaches.
Yeah.
They used to be the guys who you would call. Well, like if I'm Pollard and I've got like a money situation, I would rather just promote Mauser. You could get him for cheap. You're automatically now saving $3 to $4 million on your coaching salary or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of like what he did with Otzelberger, right? He got him for really cheap during COVID, all that stuff. You make it up on the back end to them if they win with incentives and all that stuff.
And then you can redeploy it to your players.
Correct. And in most of these coaches now, like you look at all these jobs that are open, like the high end guys who are like even a guy like Matt, or Matt Rule, either of the Matts or
Yep.
let's say Golish has 4 options. He's going to talk to these athletic directors, and the first thing he's going to ask is not how much he's going to make, how much money they are allocating to football.
Facts. And that's
And it's same with basketball. It's why I say Creighton's a top 5 job in the country.
that includes your current coach when he starts comparing
Yes.
to other jobs out there.
Yes.
That's why I was adamant on Sunday. Like, you got to keep pushing it.
Correct. That's just how they view this thing now. It's just so different than.
Yep.
And I know, and people, I've said, I don't think big buyouts are going away, but I do think our culture of them is going to shift significantly.
Yes.
I think the really, really high-end situations, Indiana is an outlier. They've been bad forever.
That was a unicorn deal.
They have, right, like I would be stunned if Penn State gives anybody who they hire remotely close to the buyout that James Franklin had.
There is a lot of idiocy in college athletics, though, so I don't put it past some of these people.
Listen, never say never.
Yeah.
I just don't think that you're going to see schools Iowa State size getting locked into these giant-ass buyouts the way that they have. And not Iowa State's a bad
Iowa State's not going to do it anyway.
Pollard doesn't play that
He's
game.
He's not going to do that.
But you see it all over the
Absolutely.
country. All right, there you go. There's
Good,
our.
hey, I'd say, yeah, we're not ignoring it, but I think that makes sense to me, C-Dub.
All right, that's how we handicap it. Let's do it. Our Wiffles Hybrids Big 12 segment as we look ahead to this weekend in the Big 12 Conference, and we get our Wyatt and Sons yield report. Aiden?
Harvest is over for the Wyatt.
Wow, we got done.
Yeah,
Look
they
at
got
these
done
guys.
last week. As is
love it.
tradition,
That is amazing.
cigars and tall boys.
Hell yeah.
Had a wave. Wyatt's.
Now, I had a few Guinness with your dad. We was
Yes.
drinking the Guinness on Friday night. That was lovely.
He wanted me to share that as well as Harvest got over, I also got engaged this week.
Hey, Aiden.
We talked about it on Sunday. Did you hear us?
I did not listen yet.
Yes, we did. We talked about
Thank
it
you.
on
Appreciate
Sunday.
that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Didn't want
My
you to think
brother.
we were ignoring you.
No, I figured you would have.
When's the wedding day? Do we know that yet?
TBD.
Okay.
TDB.
I'm telling you, she could have done a hell of a lot better than you.
Hey, you're preaching the choir, brother.
Yeah. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking
Was
it.
Betty happy, the dog?
She was pumped. I mean, look at her.
Look at that dog.
Oh, it's a good looking pup.
Yeah, she's
Betty.
pretty excited.
What's up, Betty?
Ainsley's a lovely gal. We welcome her. to the
Congratulations, Aiden, for real.
Thank you.
family. You guys can live in my basement anytime you need to.
What
Good to
is
know.
the rate for your babysitting services?
For your kids?
Good point.
Just kidding. I love the Bloom boys. You know, I like horse playing with them. I get to. Well, Lisa's kind of like a dude.
Lisa's pretty much it.
Lisa's kind of like
You
a
might
dude.
as well just be a Bloom dude.
I may as well. All right. Sneaky fun week in this league. Sneaky fun week. So I'm oddly interested in the battle for the Sunflower State.
Yeah.
It just feels like Kansas State is going to be a pain in the ass.
I thought the same thing.
Okay. They're a 2.5-point dog. If that gets to a field goal, I think I would take the points.
And when's the last time Kansas beat K-State?
I don't know. I'm looking at this game, and it feels like Kansas State. Kleiman's guys aren't. Kleiman isn't the type to roll over, especially for a rival.
They have not pulled an Oklahoma State and just fallen completely off the map.
My prediction: Kansas State outright.
Holy crap. I didn't even realize this. Let's play a game, everybody. When's the last time Kansas beat K-State?
I would say in the last few years with Leipold.
You think, right?
Yeah.
Aiden, do you have a guess?
I'm looking at it, so I don't
Okay,
get
you can't. You can't give. No. Seat up. November 1st, 2008.
Wow. To put into context, we weren't even at Cyclone Fanatic at that point.
No, that was the Todd Reesing and the big man.
That was when the year of the Missouri Kansas game.
That was
two
2
top
weeks later.
5 teams.
That was 2 weeks later. Yep, same year.
I think the craziest part of this is, despite 16 straight wins, and this is a testament of
How
how
bad?
far Kansas State has come, Kansas still leads the series by 11 wins.
Man.
Okay, so
Kansas State was the worst program in the country, period.
this was the Mark Mangino era,
Yeah?
which allows me. I have to, I'm legally required to tell this story once per year.
I know.
You know where I'm going?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So
Can't get it out of my head.
No, not that story.
There's not a chapter in the book about it.
This is a different story.
Oh,
No.
the towel?
No, that's not that story. Yeah, that's
Thank
Hey, if you want a cocktail with Bloom, then I will tell you that story. This is not that. I'm not going there, but
It's
I am.
disgusting.
It is disgusting. However, back in 2006, back in 2004, when Mangino got to Kansas, he was trying to do some recruiting, around the Kansas City area, and he pulled into a gas station. And he said, "How do I get to 435?" And the gas station attendant said, "Mix in a salad."
And I have a funny Mangino story. It was the year that Rhodes hired him.
435 is a road in
Yeah,
Kansas City.
I get it. It's actually the Iowa Speedway is on 435, or the Kansas Speedway is. Mangino came to the Rhodes recruiting party annual deal we would have at the cake stand.
Oh, yeah.
He was the biggest ass. Wouldn't talk to fans, just being a total dick the whole night. He was horrible.
He was just not a nice person.
And I get it. But weird, his son was awesome.
Son was
Tommy,
great.
I really like Tommy.
Tommy's now.
He was coaching high school last I heard. One other Mangino story. So I have a photo in my book of Chiswick and Mangino talking before that game in 2008. And I want to say Iowa State got up on a lead.
Yeah, no,
in
they were
that game.
19-0, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're all
Or
like,
not.
"Ah,"
Or
and then
not.
totally blew it. And
Yeah,
it
I was in
a
Orlando.
horrible-
I was in Orlando that year.
It's a picture of Chiswick and Mangino on the field before the game talking. And she won't care that I throw her under the bus. So Jacqueline Cordova is editing all the photos in the book, and she's done a great job with it. You guys are really going to like it.
It's nice you include pictures.
Oh, we have hundreds of pictures in this book. Yeah. So it's like, it's one of the cool, most of these long books don't have that. There's
adds context.
Yeah. And then we have we have an illustration of Melvin Edgem flipping off the BYU crowd. It's great. Anyways, there's a picture of Mangino and Chiswick, and Jacqueline's so young, she didn't know who Mangino was. And she wrote in her caption, Gene Chiswick talks with a gentleman before the game. I'm like, I went and edited that one. I'm like, that guy was...
He's kind of a big deal.
He was the guy mocking Paul Rhodes. I lost all respect for him. Usually I try and not say anything negative about Iowa Staters. When he mocked those kids...
That was unbelievable.
It pissed me off to a different degree.
That was 10 years ago, by the way. Almost to the day.
So what we're to keep sawing wood on Twitter. I don't know if he's still on there, but the Mike Warren game happened.
Yeah.
Rhodes gets fired.
Yeah.
And Mangino, who was their coach
before he got
fired.
It was
weeks before he got fired.
Yep.
Was mocking Iowa State on Twitter.
He said the fat lady is singing now.
Yeah, which is
meaning
quite ironic.
Rhodes going to get fired.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Is Mangino still on the Twitter?
I am
keeps on wood. As far as I know, I've come across this account before. I'm pretty sure it's his real account.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, that's him.
So the reason I doubt it is his bio is things I think question mark, which is kind of odd for a guy his age.
No, but
you've never met Mark Mangino.
Yeah, that's actually very, very.
That's quite appropriate.
He tweets some interesting things too.
Yeah, it really sucks because I liked his son a lot, and
he threw his own son under the bus.
Yeah, his son was coaching for the team.
He literally ruined. By him doing that, I think it sabotaged his own son's career after that.
Who would hire?
Why would you do that?
Yeah. And think about how awkward that bus ride is.
Oh my God,
for Tommy.
It was so that thankfully was a short plane ride.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because it was Case. I was at K-State. I was on that plane.
I was in Oxford, Mississippi with the group of boys. There it is. Aiden pulled it up right there. Great work, Aiden.
November 21st, 2015.
He has not deleted it.
There's
Literally,
no doubt at all. The fat
he hasn't
lady is
deleted.
singing.
This has been an all-time show. We've come a long ways, everybody. That's
Now
a good
my
reminder.
blood pressure's up. All right, so that's an 11 a.m. kick. That's TNT game this week. Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. What would you, if you have to bet on this game, 38.5, I would take Texas Tech.
Nope.
You're insane. You want to do a little Williams and Blum friendly wager?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. We'll discuss after the show.
Tech by 50.
Nope. 37. Sneak it under.
Baylor is the upset alert is on. Cincinnati's on upset alert, folks.
Are they at Baylor?
It's at Cincinnati.
Okay.
Cincinnati's only favored by 3.5.
Is that it?
Number 67.5.
Baylor's going to move.
Upset alert.
Baylor's moving the ball. Big
I know
time.
they are. Upset alert.
I like that call. I'm keeping it on 11. Is that 11? Okay. Yep.
3. Excuse me. 3.
3 p.m. So it's at the same time as the Iowa State game.
Yeah. I'm just telling you.
Honestly, tiebreaker, like we start getting really in the weeds.
This is the time, though, and we saw it last year, where the league evens out. So kind of like you alluded to early. Like Cincinnati ain't going undefeated in this league. Like they got to lose at some point.
Nope. They are this year's BYU. Well, maybe BYU is this year's BYU. I'm keeping an eye on that one. That's only 3. At Cincinnati.
3.5. You get the hook.
Be careful.
A lock.
Be careful, Bearcats.
TCU's at West Virginia.
Yep.
Another sneaky, fun game. Houston, the Fighting Fritzes, are at Arizona State. Arizona State's a 7.5-point favorite.
That's dropping. It was at 9.5.
And I'm a big Houston guy. Anybody who's listened, I would probably lean Arizona State here.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too.
Especially if this thing gets to a touchdown. If it keeps dropping, I'd probably go the other
I've been
way.
really impressed with Houston's ability to run the ball, though. And if they can do that.
And they have a really good defense.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. You can kind of keep it within that 6-point window.
Number 47.5.
Yeah, I think
So
I've
they're
seen
expecting a dog of a
Yep.
game.
And I think that's we're in a box there.
I think that the public will probably jump on Houston, and then it's probably worth it to hammer Arizona State if it gets to a touchdown.
If you get under a touch, I agree. That's going to swing around 7 all week.
Another game that I love. I feel too confident in these, but I'm having a hell of a year.
Yeah, you're like
I
your
am.
locks are going crazy.
Yeah, I'm 20-10 right now. Like that's really hard to do. Like this is probably my second best year. I had that anomaly of a year when I was on KXNO.
Yeah, you went like 90%.
Wow, wasn't that weird?
Felt like it.
I like Utah at 13.5 against Colorado.
At home?
Yeah.
Yep.
9-15.
Yep.
Bounce back. And this is why that Colorado game sucks so bad. I just don't think they're any good. I don't think they're a very good football team.
Great.
Especially after seeing them in person. It's just like, what do they do well? Utah's defense is going to be a hell of a lot tougher up front for them and that quarterback to deal with than Iowa State was.
Iowa State.
And Iowa State's defense played well in that game.
Yeah.
But like I'm just saying, like, you know.
And I think the difference between Utah and Iowa State in this context, Utah's going to be able to run the ball similarly. I mean, Abu ran for 180. Good job by that offensive.
If you give Rocco that Utah quarterback's running ability, is Iowa State not punching it into the end zone?
Exactly. Or, the kicking situation as well. I mean, I think it all played into it. I like that play a lot. Not that I can.
And we're gonna have a hell of a week here. I got a text Van Winkle. Our 2 guys is coming up tonight on. You can play my locks of the week. Again, I'm 20-10. This is the time to fade me. I am like the anti-Cincinnati right now. Okay, or I'm like Cincinnati. We can't keep winning. There's just no way. All right. Well, fun show. We got Mangino worked in.
Yeah, good stuff, everybody. Appreciate
Really-
the questions. Great question.
Yeah. This is fun. This is going to make our show better.
Yep.
And next week it'll be the premium subscribers on the message board. Want to encourage everybody to sign up if you want to support what we do. That's the number one thing you can do is to become a subscriber. So we appreciate all of you.
Look forward to seeing everybody up at Jack Trice. Sell out again. Good job.
Absolutely.
Good job, everybody.
Great job by Aiden Wyatt to hang out with us and do a great job of producing the show.
Congrats, Aiden.
We have the beat reporters coming up on Thursday. Those guys do an awesome job. Love listening to them. And Jake Brand is in Kansas City. All of his coverage from Big 12 basketball media days.
The beat reporters will be out a little later tomorrow because of Big 12 Media Day. So just a heads up.
All right.
We'll
Thank
allow
you for
it.
that. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks our presenting sponsor, Mechdyne and the Northwest Bank Studios. For Brent Blum, I'm Chris Williams. We'll be back on Sunday night.